Good evening from Kirksville, Missouri. This is Randy Curvin, and this is Rantin' Randy's Rant for the 29th day of August 2020. Oh, where in the shit you start? I think first I'll wait. I've got nobody out there watching, so I get to fool around. Oh, how the heck with it? Uh, I'm going on internal mic. Let me check and see what my volume is. Uh, I was back watching NBC News just till moments ago. All right. Hello, Linda. Let me check this. Okay. It's at the same setting, but I'm not going to take the time. Hello, Carrie. I'm not going to take the time to hook up the mic tonight. This is my Friday. I get Sunday off. And I tell you what, I'm like Michelle Obama said, I'm exhausted. Uh, and I'm going to need a break from this. But as you can see, even McConnell is doing what he usually does, just laying down. Oh, shit. Where do we start? I wanted to start out tonight with the death of Black Panther star Chadwick Boseman. Died after a 4-year battle with colon cancer. Being black, they are now lowering the need for colonoscopies and things like that to 45, and being he was more susceptible because he is black. It is really sad. 43 years old, and now he's gone. All right, let me start out with our deaths. And I didn't even see, we're probably at 6 million confirmed cases in this country. We're at 82,000 plus, headed to 83,000 probably before this evening. I just wanted to start out with some shit from today. It's a combination of today and last night. Uh, Look at 2016. Donny promoted violence during his campaign time and again. Now, peaceful protest is mob rule. Shit. Damn it. Uh, and let's look at what is causing what he calls mob rule. Boogaloo Boys, the Proud Boys, uh, white supremacists in Minneapolis, the Umbrella Man, as he's called. All right, we've got people drifting in. Thank you all for coming. Uh, and hopefully tonight, I think what happened, Greg Cantrell, who's out there, also showed me or mentioned to me that there was loud music interrupting some of his friend requests and viewing me, interrupting me. There is a right wing guy called Randy Rant. Uh, you need to find this guy and go watch him. He's putting down the new Green Deal. Oh, we can't do that. We can't have electric high speed rail and all that. Thing is, he's not saying why, other than like Donnie, it's all a fairy tale. You can't do that. Oh, shit. And now I have decided too, when I get, in particularly on Facebook, what I'm getting on here is people trying to put advertisements for pornography or nudity. I'm dealing with them. I report them to YouTube, uh, and that's about all I can do. If I see them in my blue room, uh, you see them too, point them out, get my attention, and I will get them off. I'm not going to put up with Trump 2020 on here or on Facebook. And particularly on Facebook is I do keep up enough with what's going on in the chat to be able to even stop what I'm saying and get rid of it because I don't have moderators right now. I'm starting to think that's something that I'm going to need in the short time that we have before the election because we are going to get trolls on my programs. All right, let's go back to and I want you to keep in mind, it's always the violence is after dark. This helps cover up when militia and other people like the little coward, 17 years old, that's another thing that's pissed me off right now. And T. Brown let me know about it yesterday.
Half an hour.
We got somebody at the door.
Okay, it's a little after 6 now, so come back in half an hour. I can't bother right. Yeah, that was fine. Okay.
All right.
I was actually wanting you to do something with her internet. She's coming back at 6:30.
Upstairs neighbor usually leaves her laundry in the washing machine, goes off all day, and ties up the only washer and dryer in the whole house. I'm real fond of her. Oh, shit. Where was I? Also, Don Lemon pointed out last night some of the people are ex military that have been killing people. It's not mob rule, Donnie. It's your damn people that support you going in and killing people, smashing windows, causing looting, causing burning. They're behind it. Of course, he's not bringing that out. You know, it's all this terror organization, Black Lives Matter, and Antifa. His group does not understand Antifa is what fought fascists in World War II. Shit. Donald Trump has undermined our government from the time he took the at his inaugural when he was sworn in. He's been undermining our government with fascist agenda from day one, quickly replacing honorable servants of our federal government with fascist friends, calling it draining the swamp. What he did was drain the swamp and put sewer rats in that hate our Constitution. They want a republic under a dictator named Donald J. Trump. The examples are almost endless. I lost count of all those that were fired or resigned from the regime. Truly a slow moving coup has been going on almost 4 years. My hair is extra dry tonight. And I took a nice photo with the hair down and stuff. And I guess I'm too ugly for YouTube to let me be seen that way. I'm now going to call Donny the Doberman with lipstick and orange lead paint. Was out in Louisiana and Texas playing presidential, an actor and a very bad actor at that. And of course, he was questioned about the announcement from that Congress, when when it comes to the DNI, they can't let Congress be briefed in person. And Donnie took that up and saying after Mark Meadows spewed his lies, that they will no longer get that information because they were leaking that information, and his administration will stop that. uh, and also, of course, he referred to Shifty Schiff. Everything is political to this asshat. And he in the White House claim it's Democrats that are political. Excuse me, you're crazy fucks. That's all I can say. Pieces of shit. We already know that Russia, China, and Iran are going to be interfering in the election. I believe he is laying the groundwork to claim the election was rigged if he doesn't win. Oh, let's go through some of this shit. In New Hampshire, where Donnie held his KKK rally, his supporters refused to obey state law mandating to wear masks. State law. Wait for it. His supporters are also above the law. Donnie, on his Spread the COVID tour, he urged Big Ten to play. In other words, he runs all sports, he runs all business. They all have to do what Donnie wants to. No, we are in a democracy. Those are businesses, and they can do whatever in the hell they want to do. And you pretending COVID-19's over with is not helping. And he even referred, while he was on the road with the Spread the COVID tour, he also said that it's older people, people with heart conditions, diabetes, and it was like he was saying you got to trim the dead limbs off of a tree. Where have we heard this bullshit before? Adolf Hitler, the Aryan race, the superior race. That's where we've heard this kind of shit. And let me ask, so that I'm not just preaching to the choir here, let me ask Republicans, you elderly people, you white men that want to put him back in office, you're willing to give up your life for dear leader, because that's what you're saying. He's throwing you under the bus. Damn, idiots. I'm sorry, but I can't be kind. I've had a long week. I'm mentally exhausted from all this bullshit. They're breaking the Hatch Act in every way they can. I want to get down through the story to some of this shit and some of the crap that was going on during that convention. Okay. And I want you Republicans to keep in mind, he gets tested anytime he wants. Now, the CDC is having to back off a little bit because they were saying just because you've been exposed, that doesn't mean that you need a test. Damn. Let's see if we can get it to human immunity. And, a million people will die, but what the hell? You're trimming the dead limbs, right? And again, I asked, do you get tested when you want to get tested? Donald Trump does. Anybody he wants tested gets tested. No, because Donald Trump's America, you are not important. look at it this way. Convention all week was reinventing Trump week. They had a bad candidate, so they had to reinvent him. Protecting your religion, think twice about those religious people like Jerry Falwell Jr. These are fake Christians, and they're after your money, Republicans. Fake, or do you want to align with yourself with fake Christians? All they're about is money. They can sin is all they want to, but they're at the top, so they're the exception to the rule, much like dear leaders. Uh, they line their pockets with your money to live a rich lifestyle, and they don't get like Donald. They don't give a shit about you. From Rachel, the social distance, mask, and hand sanitizer upon your arrival yesterday at the March on Washington, and you had to wear a wristband after you had your temperature checked. Thousands gathered for the March on Washington, making it as safe as possible during the pandemic. Martin Luther King III spoke, along with George Floyd's sister, Bridget Floyd, our Ahmaud Arbery's mother, Wanda Cooper Jones spoke. Biden snags. Oh, this is cool. This is totally cool. Biden snagged the Keep America Great domain. It has a picture of Donnie and then talks about all the bad shit that all the broken promises. Let me put it the way it says. Promises made, promises line through, kept, broken. Donnie isn't going to be happy with this. And it also says on the website, Trump isn't looking for a second term. He's looking for a do-over. Here's how Trump record stacks up against the promises he made to the American people. Oh, and that's all they showed on Rachel, but that's gonna piss Donnie off. He'll be back on. He'll have to change into his Tweety Turd outfit, get on the commode, and start tweeting. What a wonderful thing to do to the Lion King. Trump uses federal property to campaign during the RNC, using federal employees and property to which that is supposed to be illegal. Wall Street Journal, immigrants, and Trump-led ceremony didn't know they would appear at the RNC. They weren't warned or told until after it was done. Remember the ceremony swearing in he presided over? They weren't told it was going to be used at the convention. Oh, and that's not the only bullshit. New York Times tenants say they weren't told that their interview, or the interviews, they edited it to 2 minutes, would air in the RNC. They were never told that their interviews would be edited into 2-minute video clip that would air on Thursday night at the RNC and be used to bash Mayor Bill de Blasio. 3 of the tenants said they were interviewed when they were interviewed Friday, that they had no idea it would be used that way. And now we'll go into who filmed it. Trump family wedding planner to head New York's, and this was June of 2017, New York's Federal Housing Office. Lynn Patton, a longtime uh, associate of President Trump's family, who organized golf tournaments with their president's courses and planned Eric Trump's wedding, ended up heading the Department of Housing and Urban Development for New York and New Jersey office. 4 tenants uh, soon were assembled in front of a video camera and were interviewed for more than 4 hours by Miss Patton herself. Uh, Again, they were never told about how it would be used. Uh, and one lady spoke out, "I am not a Trump supporter." And this was on Friday, and said one of the tenants, and here's her name, Claudia Perez, "I am not a supporter of his racist policies on immigration. I'm a first generation Honduran, and it was my people he was sending back." Sounds a bit like a banana republic, doesn't it? The episode represents another stark example of how President Trump uh, has deployed government resources to further his political ambitions. Ms. Patton is the head of HUD in New York, and under the Hatch Act is barred from using her government position to engage in political activities, using these people unwillingly and without their permission. Another example of the corruption of President Trump and the GOP. And then we moved on to, remember the governor of Iowa during the convention? Iowa, 79% positivity rate for COVID-19. And then we move on to the New York Times story. FDA grossly misrepresentative blood plasma data, scientists say. But hell, what do scientists know? Republicans, huh? They don't know anything, do they? Dr. Donny knows everything. Shit. Oh, it's hard to keep a little levity in this when you're watching your democracy end. CDC quietly revises coronavirus guidance to downplay importance of testing asymptomatic people. CDC is no longer recommending testing for everyone who has been exposed to COVID-19, saying people who do not have symptoms do not necessarily need to be tested. Hell no, they'll find that some of them are going to come down with it. Instead, they can spread it around until they become symptomatic. And remember, Donnie did say, "I told my people to slow the testing down." Experts say this is insane and they will defy it. Don Lemon, Donald Trump's America, an angry America, an America where protesters are shot in the street, an America where more than 181,000 people have died during a pandemic, an America where the deaths could surpass 300,000 by December, an America where the White House is turned into a partisan convention with all the trappings of a dear leader. Uh,
and the legacy he leaves.
all right, turn it down, Grace.
Trying.
Uh-huh.
Okay, how's that?
All right, thank you, dear. Last night in New Hampshire, he's saying that Democrat cities, got it wrong grammarly, it's Democratic cities, Donnie, you dumbass, are not supposed, the federal government is not supposed to go in unless we are called. Uh, and that is called insurrection. That's a big statement. That's a big statement. But you know what we are going to have to look at it. He's trying to scare people, stoke hate and division. He's already dividing families. I know from ours here in Kirksville, Missouri. Uh, Everyone should be tired of an authoritarian that only plays to a minority of this country. Uh, and did he say one word about the March on Washington? No, because that's not important. That was about black people, 1963. John Lewis speaking, one of the speakers. The Today, the Republican strategist, that was last night, uh, defended, and you know her on CNN, Alice, whatever her last name is, uh, defending breaking the Hatch Act, saying it didn't apply to the president and the vice president. Uh, what the fuck is that? Others in the regime have done it. Advertising family products. Kellyanne Conjob comes to mind. That's just one of the violations of the Hatch Act. And I don't think Kellyanne was president or vice president. So, Alice, your defense sounded silly. The March on Washington is nothing like the blatant disrespect for free assembly displayed at the White House at a partisan campaign event. As we have seen, violence and rioting has been ramped up by white supremacists uh, and vigilante groups and militia uh, and blamed on peaceful protests. Dear leader only likes armed protesters. They're on his side. Then they're fine. They're fine people. And they like him and all that, you know. They kiss up good. So that's what you'll see, Republicans, in the future is if you're on his side, kiss his ass, his sweet ass, then you can protest, but you've got to carry guns to do that. Uh, Today, top intel will know, I've already gone through it, uh, but they don't want anything. And what the hell is the excuse? Uh, and this is shortly after U.S. intel finds no evidence of foreign interference with mail in voting. So his whole story, remember, is Chinese and Iranians are going to come up with ballots and they will send them out. But this other thing on election security, like I said, is setting up where he can claim it's rigged when he loses the election. All right, that looks about like all I've got for you today. It's been a long, hard week. I probably will be taking a lot more of my Saturday night and my Sunday off until the Blue Dot family meeting. And then that's when I jump back into action I don't. I'm going to try to set it up to where that doesn't interfere. Uh, where I had to get there early and leave minutes into it because of a shopping trip. And I'll just say hello to everybody I can see here. Let me go down through it. I already said hello to Carrie. Hello, Greg. I appreciate the information. Uh, Greg's having a real problem. Like he's lost sound right now. And that's cool, brother. Listening later, hopefully you won't have any problems with it. But I've been noticing that lately that more people are saying I'm being interfered with as far as getting my message across and they lose the sound. I like that, Linda. Trumpy dumpy. Uh, all right. Hello, Maria. And let's see. Yeah, I tell you what, Linda, I could use the rest. And you're right. Everything is so depressing and it's getting us all down. But there is hope for the future. We do have one big gun that we can pull on them, and that's your vote. And like I've said before, if I have to crawl over glass and through rattlesnakes, I will vote. And I'm also going to be doing my own monitoring at our little poll here. And that being, I'm going to get on to anybody that is allowed in with a MAGA hat on. You can't go in to vote with a political agenda, and they better be enforcing it. Hello, Brian. Hello, Joe. And my new friends, I will be getting around to sending out a few invitations, and that includes being a member of the Blue Dot family, Blue Dot family on Facebook, or John Brittavo on BDF. Boy, am I tired. But go on over if you don't belong and join us. We are a movement. We are a strong movement, and we will get Donny out and hopefully win back the Senate. We only have to get 4 seats to get the majority, and we already know who ought to go home. Leningrad Lindsay, uh, the Russian bitch Mitch, and Rand Paul, and we can think of somebody like Gomer. He needs to go his ass home. Oh, there's a whole lot of them we need to get rid of, and I think we will. I think the American people, we are the majority of the people in this country, and we're tired of minority rule, and we are not a mob rule. And see, he's been setting that up for quite some time, undermining our government, and we're tired of it. We've had enough. All right, I'll let you go with peace. Resist, persist. Get your, and I insist that you get your neighbors into this. If you have to, go get them the registration, bring it to them, make sure they are registered to vote this time. This is the most important election in my lifetime, and I'm 68 years old, and we have got to get it done. All right, have a good one. I'm going to relax some. I'm going to get some groceries down my neck, kind of kick back and enjoy myself. I would like your help in going down, liking, sharing and subscribing. We lost one subscriber since the last time. He might have been like Lau Rittenhauser as far, and don't want to forget to mention this. Shamefully, the state I was born in, a church is raising money for the Rittenhauer family. What in the hell is that other than fake Christianity? A boy can go out and stir up trouble and shoot people dead, and he was defending himself. Oh, you see all those weapons, like, bare hands and stuff? Little coward. All right, I'll let you go. Have a good evening. Hello, James. Uh, and I'm sure I probably missed somebody. I hadn't had time to go down through every bit of this, but I love you for being here. I love this family. And of course, my memes are out there. I'll probably put them later on. But officially, for a little while, I'm off work. That's why I want your help going down, liking, sharing. And again, I thank you for watching. Uh, and I want you to what? Share this shit. All right. I will see you later on tomorrow night at the meeting. Bye bye now. Share this shit.